Tell me this, why we fight? Tell the truth. I think you like it, such a mood. Temperatures rising, you gon' say you fed up, then we fuck the bed up, babe. Yo, what's poppin'? It's VEDO, baby, and you're checking out Music Exclusives TV.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Kamey Gomez. I'm here with Music Exclusives TV, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with the one, the only, multi-talented R&B GOAT, VEDO.
Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? How
How
you
you
doing?
doing?
I'm
I'm
blessed.
good.
I'm blessed.
Okay. I'm super excited to have you today. We already
Absolutely.
know your album 7 is dropping this Friday,
Yeah.
October 6th.
Yeah.
And this is your second album of the year, with the first one being Mood Swings that you
Yeah.
dropped in January.
Yep.
I just want to know, what will possess you to drop 2 albums?
Oh man, for some reason this year, man, I just been in a real crazy creative space, and I just had a lot to say on my mind, and I just felt like I needed to get it out. A part of it was also, consistency is key. 2 albums is something. 2 albums in 1 year is something I've never done, so I thought it would be a dope surprise for the fans too. Like, hey, listen, not only am I going on tour for the second time, but I'm also giving y'all a second album to learn these songs. So when I go on tour, y'all know they better know these new songs.
Right. You definitely
Yeah.
got the expectations and the
Yeah.
bar set high for them.
Yeah, I love it.
No, I love that. Talk about the name of your album, 7, and kind of what that means to you.
Well, 7 represents this being my 7th studio album. Yeah, I've been around for a minute. I've
Okay.
been blessed to still be here after 7 albums. But 7 just represents growth. It's the number of completion, obviously. It represents intellect, knowledge, and things of that nature. And with this being my 7th album, I feel like all of those things are definitely things that I've acquired along the way of this journey. I've learned so much. I've met so many new people. I've lost people. I've learned to trust myself more. I've learned to just live in the moment and not be so hard on myself in certain times. And I think that just comes with growth.
Right.
I got a beautiful daughter. She helped me grow a lot. My fiance, everything. So I just feel like that, using the number 7, which symbolizes all of these things that I've acquired over this period of time, was just so fitting for this album. And not to mention, it's my 7th album. So yeah.
Yes, shout out to you. I mean, you've been
Absolutely.
putting in work for so long.
Thank you.
This is your second leg of the tour for this year. I'm sure you've been on so many. Talk a little bit about getting ready to kick off that second leg of the tour. It's getting ready to start in Milwaukee.
Yeah, it is.
How does VEDO mentally and physically get ready to get on the road?
Well, first, I think for anybody, I think you should get acclimated to getting sleep. You should start off getting sleep now. I feel like if you're a night owl, then you don't want to be a night owl on tour, because you got to
Right.
get up. There's so much stuff you got to do when you're actually in the mix. Another thing I would do is, and this is one thing that I do, is I start to practice the things that I'm going to do on tour, which is eating better. Not going out every night or whatever. You know what I mean? Just to get your body and get your mind used to saying, hey, I know I'm on the road. I'm not in the comfort of my own home, but instead of me stopping at this fast food restaurant, let me just get me a salad or something. Let me get me some
Right.
fruit to hold me over. And I think once you start practicing those things before you hit the road, it's already programmed in your head. The gym has always been a part of my life forever. And I think I've cranked it up to another level now that I'm getting ready to go on tour, because
It's boot camp
Yeah, it's
time.
boot camp time. 19 cities. I'm finna be on stage performing for hours, on hand. So you got to be in shape, winded. I run a lot. I run 4 or 5 miles every day. So yeah.
You just told me to get in the gym.
Nah, you got to come on, baby. It's a lifestyle, baby. So yeah, that's what I do to prepare for tour. That way, when I get on there, it's not a surprise. I'm not taking the first few shows to get myself together. Nah, I was already ready before the first
Yep.
date. Yeah.
Stay ready so you don't got to get
For sure.
ready from VEDO. Well, I saw in Houston, packed out show.
Crazy.
Fans singing their heart out.
Yeah.
You sweating on stage.
Gotta know it.
Dancers going crazy. I
Yeah.
want to know, like, what can we expect at a VEDO show? At this point, I feel like it should be like VEDO's Cabaret.
With this one, it's gonna be something different. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be the same energy. We got some more dances that's coming on to make it sexy. I'm gonna be, a lot of people don't know that I actually have a background in dance too. So I'm gonna be
Okay, hitting a
I'm
little
gonna be
one
doing my little
too.
one two up there. I got some special gifts that I'm gonna do for the fans and for the VIP fans and things like that. We got to keep it R&B all the way. We got to give out some roses. We got to do that.
Yes.
We got to keep it all the way R&B. The shirt is coming off.
Ah!
It's gonna be a lot going on. But ultimately it's going to be an experience from start to finish. Because like I said, this is my second leg of my first tour. So fans had never seen me before, and they were blown away from the first one. So now I got to bring that same energy even more and make it an experience. So make it like, yo, he's actually like this in person too.
Yeah.
He really talked that shit in his music, but he really do that. So yeah.
No, I love that. I mean, this is definitely a great way to go out
Yeah.
of 2023 with a bang.
Man, absolutely, man. You got it. You're in the year the way you want to start it.
Absolutely. Talking a little bit about your Project 7, there's a number of producers,
Yeah.
writers on there. It goes crazy, but at this point, it's like you've worked with almost everyone.
Yeah,
It's fair to say you are an R&B GOAT. You've been in the game for so long.
for sure.
I want to know what goes through your mind when somebody like Drake or Chris Brown or Diddy gets on the phone with you and is like, VEDO, let's work. How do goats feel about other goats?
Well, we know that everything is timing. Everything is timing. We don't rush any situations or any scenarios. I think when you getting in the studio or working with somebody, the energy has to be genuine. I don't like to force anything. So if I feel like it's not time yet, it's just not time yet. If I feel like it's not time for me to have a feature with Usher yet, it's not time. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep working. Let's build some more. It's not time for me to have a feature with, Beyonce yet. No,
Right.
let me keep working. Because one thing you don't want to happen is not be ready for a moment when it presents itself.
Absolutely.
So, we get on the phone with them. If I get on the phone with them and say, "Hey, let's work," I'm like, "Yeah, I thought you never asked." So, I think we all know the greatness, in each other, and we see the greatness in ourselves. But and to say, I say that to say, you have to see the greatness in yourself first
Right.
for them to even see the greatness in you. So yeah, we know that we're all goats simply because of the passion and the will to never stop.
And that work ethic
that
is
work
there.
ethic.
That track record
Absolutely.
and those receipts,
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
speaks for itself.
That's what drives you to GOAT status. The GOAT is not the accolades, because you can be in the right place at the right time and be a part of something and absolutely have had nothing to do with it. And I've seen it happen.
Me
but,
too.
But that GOAT status just comes with that hard work, that work ethic. Hard work beats talent. Being, staying a student of the game makes you a GOAT. Even the greatest, writers of our time and producers of our time still are learning from the new producers and new writers that's coming up. That's what makes you a GOAT.
Right.
When you put your arm around somebody and say, "Hey, let me show you what I've learned in my 25, 30 years in this game." That's what makes a GOAT.
I love that. I want to go back to what you said about being a student of the
yeah.
game. Obviously, with your album 7, you've learned and evolved so much since your first debut album,
Yeah.
VEDO. I want to know what's something that you're currently learning in this season of your life.
I'm learning to, and I kind of always been this way. It's a couple of things that stand out to me. One of the things are, not to let people get too close. It's one thing we can work together, we can vibe, but getting too close is kind of like giving somebody has a gun and you give them the bullets.
Right.
I'm not gonna do that, but we can be cool. But you're not coming to the crib. You're not meeting
Right.
your family.
Right.
You're not meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to trust people too much. And the other one, I would say just trust myself more. Don't be so hard on
Trust
myself.
others less and trust yourself more.
Like,
That's a fact.
God gave us all something called an intuition. Use it, trust it. That's him in the back of your mind telling
Right.
you, "Nah, don't do that.
Don't go that way.
Don't
Go
that
this
way.
way.
Go that way." Yeah, and I would say those are the things that I feel like that have been real prevalent in my life, because and like I said, man, the devil loves beautiful things. So when you got a lot of great stuff going on in your life, here he come. So stay close to God.
Yes. Talk a little bit about like your spirituality. You
Yeah.
know, like are you connected to the source? Do you pray? What are some of your spiritual practices that kind
Absolutely.
of keep your energy intact, especially in the industry where there's so many energies going on tour,
Right.
you're around so many people. How does VEDO protect himself spiritually?
Simple. I pray, like I said, I pray I'm close to God. I go to church when I'm home. I go to church when I can make it, things like that. But one thing I never forget to do is pray and thank God, even when everything is good.
Right.
Because it's very easy for us to forget that God is the reason we're here when everything is going good. So you're like, I'm good. I'm good. No, pray when it's good too, so you can pray for peace and
To
protection.
sustain that
Yeah, and
goodness.
sustain and protection, because it's going to be people that come in your life and try to tear it down and take piece by piece by piece, and eventually you'll have nothing.
Right.
But that's what I do. Like before every show, I pray. I pray with the team. Like if you don't believe in what I believe in, I'll be like, yeah, you might want to leave the room while we pray, because it's gonna be some lifting
Right.
up His name in here. So
Yes. Amen.
yeah, so yeah, no doubt, man. I think, and I just a firm believer in that, man. That we're all here for a reason, and God is the ultimate reason, and I think we should always give Him His praise, good or bad.
I love that. I feel his presence
Yeah, for
here
sure.
today, definitely. You mentioned Usher a little bit
Yeah,
earlier. He is finishing up his residency in Las
Hard.
Vegas this year.
Amazing, by the way.
Yes. Have you been?
Yeah, I've been twice.
Okay.
Yeah, I went twice.
Okay. I don't think twice is enough, honestly, because
mean,
he kills it each and every
And it's
time.
different. It's different too.
Yes.
It's different. Every time it's different too. So yeah, you're right. Twice is not enough.
Yes. He also is getting ready to perform for the 2024 Super Bowl.
That's hard.
Which is really exciting.
Perfect timing.
Definitely. And well deserved.
Yeah,
as well.
not it's about time. It's perfect timing.
Yes, absolutely. You appeared on his Tiny Desk performance as one of the background singers, and that went absolutely viral.
Crazy.
So for us, the fans, we were able to like catch the complete vibe just from the videos. Like
Facts.
regardless of it being a viral clip, you can feel that vibe. But I want to know from you, being in the room, how was that experience like as soon as y'all walked in the door, when y'all started filming, other GOATs were in the building. Eric Bellinger was there as
Yeah,
well,
the
who
homie,
you
the homie.
also have features with.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that experience.
Man, that experience was one for the books, man. What people don't know is like we had no idea we were doing Tiny Desk.
What?
He surprised. He sprung that on us last minute.
That's some Usher stuff to do.
It like sprung it on us last minute. We knew we were there to do the Something in the Water festival
Okay.
with Pharrell Williams. And we like, oh, this is gonna be dope. He like, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all perform y'all hit song, and the fans gonna love it. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be crazy. We get there like the day of. Oh yeah, by the way, we got to make a stop by the office. We doing Tiny Desk. Like, what you mean we doing Tiny Desk? When was you gonna tell us?
Right.
Like, when was he gonna tell us what songs we doing? We don't even know what songs we doing. So, but that was his way of just kind of like throwing us in the fire, man, and just seeing if we could make our way out. And we did, and it was at first it was like, yo, shit, bro, let's just do it, man. We know how to do this shit. You know how to sing background. I know how to sing background. We come from church, nigga. Let's do it.
Right.
And it was just a great collaboration of great minds and great voices that we were born to do this. And we got up there and we did it. If he took the high note, I take the low note. If I take the low note, he take the high note.
Vibing.
Yeah, and we just it was crazy because you would think that you would have to dim your stardom light. As a solo artist, me and Eric, we look at ourselves like, yo, we him. Like when we step on this stage, yo, we them niggas. So, and then people would think you had to dim your light, but no, honestly, man, the scene and the energy in the room, nobody had to dim that light. Everybody light just made the light brighter.
That's divine.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no like, oh, he's singing back up now. No, nigga, I'm singing back up for Usher.
Right.
Like, nigga, like I ain't singing back up for goddamn Tay-Tay. Like, nah, nigga, what you mean? Yes, I am singing back up. What do you mean?
Right.
I'm holding it down for one of the GOATs. So,
Yes.
I mean, it was a dope time, man, and I really appreciate Usher for even sharing that platform because there's so many other artists and background singers he could have called, but he specifically wanted myself and Eric, and I think that was not only him just shedding a light on the great talents that we are, but also letting people know like y'all better watch out.
Right, because we
Yeah,
coming.
because we coming. Yeah.
I love that. I feel like R&B definitely has been shining a bright light on the girlies. Ari Lennox, who you have
Absolutely. Big
features
shouts
with.
out to them. Yes.
Summer Walker,
Yeah.
SZA, Tink, who you have a feature
Absolutely.
with. But sometimes I feel like R&B kind of has shied away from the guys compared to how it was back then. Do you feel like that, and why do you think that is?
It's funny you ask because I just had this conversation recently. I don't. It shied away from the guys because the guys we started have to fight for a spot against rappers. When rappers started, you know, using auto tune and singing melodies and things like that, then it started to. We never veered over in their lane ever. They veered over into our lane when they start doing the melodies, and now it's classified as R&B hip hop. So we got to fight with these rappers who we all know it's very very easy to blow up as a rapper. You can get one hit, you can get one song that just takes off and go viral as a rapper, but as an R&B singer, it takes more, grooming and more it takes more time.
Yeah.
So I don't think that, I don't think R&B has ever been there. It's just we had to fight more. You don't female R&B artists, they're not competing with female rap artists. They're not.
Right.
They're just not. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it was. It took the light off of the real singers, the real R&B people who actually write R&B songs. Because, you look at these playlists, you see an R&B playlist. All right, you might see a few R&B songs, but somewhere you're going to see a rapper in there singing a melody.
Right.
And it's considered as R&B. And this rapper probably is popping right now. So it's hard to fight to the top when you got to fight not only compete with other R&B artists, but you also got to compete with other hip hop artists too.
Right.
Like it's like we in the ring, it's like 2 versus 1. So I mean, yeah, but now people are waking up. The R&B dead situation was bittersweet because it's like, damn, y'all just saying we dead. Y'all ain't gonna give us a chance to show y'all nothing. But it was also a sweet moment too because at first nobody was talking about R&B, but now they are.
Right.
And that's what we needed. We needed people to start talking about it again and start searching for it. And now that people have talked about it and started searching for it, that's when you find, the VEDOs and the Eric Bellingers and the Tone Stiths and these different dope R&B acts that's been there, but y'all been so blinded and just by the other stuff that the mainstream media put in your face.
Right.
So, yeah.
No, I'm happy you said that. I feel like there was also a time where R&B and hip hop kind of crossed over, like you mentioned, to an extent. Are there any hip hop artists that you can see yourself collaborating with in the future or doing a feature with?
Man, I look. Oh wow, that's tough. I want to. Let me see. I don't know. I want to collab with anybody that wants to collab with me. I want to get one in. I want to get one in with Future. That's King Petty. Definitely Future. Would love to get one in with J. Cole. Absolutely.
Oh, I could definitely see that. That would be so
J. Cole.
hard.
I would love. I'd like to get one in with Hov. If he ever, needs somebody to sing on something, let me submit a hook. You know what I'm saying? Let me submit my idea. Hov. But I think I just want to collab with anybody, man. Anybody that's working and trying to be better, hip hop wise. I just want to collab. And that's one of the things I've learned too in my growth is collaboration is key. A lot of people want to hold that title of I did it all. You might want to collab with some people because it's starting to sound the same.
Right.
And that's something people have to learn, that it's okay to collab with people. Ain't no one man ever won a championship. So, yeah, get you a team of people and make you some great records.
So speaking of collaborations,
Word.
on your project from January, Mood Swings, you collaborated with Chris Brown and Tink.
Yeah.
I feel like that album was definitely very like sultry and romantic.
Facts.
But this album 7 definitely gives just freaky vibes.
Yeah.
And I want to know why you talking like that.
I mean, honestly, man, sex is a part of everyone's life, and I think it's a part of love. That's sex is a way that I express my love to my fiance. Me and my fiance, we have sex a lot, so it's like we're no stranger to that. And I think for me to shy away from that would be I would say that would be a disservice to my fans because my fans love when I talk that freaky shit. Literally, they love it. But what I like to do is I also like to kind of like have a little balance in there. I might throw some actual true love stuff in there. I might throw some inspirational stuff in there, which is life. You know, you get up, you go to work, you handle your business, and then we have sex. And then we go to sleep, get up, do it again,
And repeat.
So I mean, I think it's just like it's you're always reverting back to that thing that we all love, especially when you're in love. It's so much better.
That's the key.
It's so much better when you're in love. And you know, it's me and like I said, these songs. She definitely.
She know what's up.
She inspired these songs, so yeah, for sure.
Okay, I have a little freaky trivia. Not too rated R.
Talk to me.
Just a little bit.
We grown.
Okay, lights on or lights off?
Ooh, depends on if I'm on white liquor or dark liquor.
Ooh, what's your white liquor of choice and dark liquor of choice?
White liquor of choice is gonna go with Don Julio Blanco.
Facts.
With the dark liquor, I'm gonna go Douce.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Douce. But if it's on white liquor, I think I'm gonna want the lights off. Yeah,
Okay.
dark liquor. I kind of wanna look at you. You know, just look at you, see you. I want to see what's going on. I want to close my eyes. If I want the lights up, I'm gonna close my eyes and then open them back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think dark liquor it makes me get a little more freaky. You know, when the lights are off, you just kind of get into it. Now, dark liquor make you get real freaky. I want to see what's going on. I want to see the faces you're making. I want to see when that lash pop off. You know, like I want to see everything.
Bonnet on or bonnet off?
Nah, bonnet was on, now the bonnet's off. So yeah.
One hand on neck, one hand on front.
Come on, baby. You know, so yeah, I think dark liquor would be definitely lights on.
Okay. Do you think planned or spontaneous?
I mean, I make love, so I mean, I'm gonna go with planned. You know, because I think planned gives you the time for foreplay. It gives you time to warm the body up. It gives you time to actually get her in the mood. So I'm gonna say planned.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think?
But we could do spontaneous too every now and again. But planned, I would go with that more.
Okay. What do you think is the minimum amount of times a man should have sex in a week?
In a week?
In a week. What is the minimum, the bare minimum for men?
If that's 7 days in a week, a full week, not a work week, right?
Yes, full week.
I would say 4 times a week.
Okay.
I would say 4.
That's decent.
Yeah, because I mean, it depends on how you getting down, when you getting down. She might need a break, so you want to give her like the 3-day break.
But sometimes y'all be needing a break.
That too. Honestly, for real, because if you really doing it, like
what's the minimum amount of rounds do you think is suitable?
Well,
this is a big topic between me and my homegirls in the group chat.
It depends on if we drunk or if we sober.
Okay.
If we drunk, it's one and done. You go to sleep. Go to sleep with
room spinning.
Go to sleep. We'll start over in the morning. If we ain't drunk, I would say 2. I would say a good 2 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah. After that, you shoot nothing but dust anyway. Yeah, over it.
Okay. And what is the craziest public place, if applicable, that you've ever had sex?
Might sound crazy, but honestly, I'm not having sex just anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, so I ain't really got no crazy places.
Movie theater, no public bathroom,
no
car.
Yeah, the car, yeah, but I wouldn't call that crazy. That's kind of like a given. Like, the car sex that's like old, but I wouldn't say I had any sex any place crazy, other than the bedroom. Yeah, or maybe the counter, the stove.
You gotta experiment.
The stove,
keep it exciting.
Like gas. Yep. The gas on. Yeah, turn that. Yeah, I got you. So yeah.
Well, you're getting ready to go on tour. You've mentioned your fiance.
Mm-hmm.
How do you kind of keep that spark and that love there? With you being gone and on the road.
Well, a bunch of pictures. Some videos and stuff like that to keep the anticipation going. One thing I do is I try not to change my routine If I'm home, I wake up in the morning. Good morning to wifey. See my baby girl, give her kisses. If I'm on tour, I have to do that too. I got to FaceTime them. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Yes.
She knows, like, if I FaceTime in the morning, I'm just getting up. She needs to please answer the phone. Because if not, I'm going to be like, baby, I need to see y'all. I need to see y'all. So I just try not to change my routine up that much when I'm on tour.
Yep, consistency is key.
Consistency, yeah. So I keep the same consistency even though I'm not present physically. I want to still be present in your mind as if I'm there.
Right.
I want my daughter to see me, see my face, see my smile. That way she can go to school like, hey, I talked to daddy this morning. You know, you never want to go too long without talking to him.
I love that. Well, VEDO, you've done so much.
Thank you.
Consistency is definitely not something that you're foreign to.
Nah,
I'll
not
definitely
at all.
say that. What is the legacy that you continue to create and that you leave behind?
Oh man, authenticity. Just never waver because of what somebody wants you to do. Never conform. It's okay to conform, in certain situations, but when it comes to something you truly believe in, stand firm. You keep going. Don't let nobody tell you how you should do what you should do. I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen. You should always take everything into consideration.
Yeah.
But I would always say just, I want them to know that I left a legacy of really standing firm on owning my shit, calling the shots,
Talk to them.
staying true to my art and not doing some goofy shit just to please somebody else. Like that's never been me. And I think when I leave here, VEDO, they're gonna say VEDO he sang about what he wanted to sing about. He gave us love. He's mushy. He loves love, so he sings about love. And he's a freaky nigga, so he sings about sex. So I think that's the legacy that I think people should take from that, is that he stood firm on whatever it is that he wanted to do, and didn't let anybody's opinions or anything change him.
VEDO, thank you so much for being here today,
Thank you, no
speaking with
problem.
us, giving us some insight. Let the people know where they could follow you
Oh,
at.
absolutely. Listen, everything is VEDO the Singer. That's VEDO THESINGER. That's all socials: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything. And the album 7 is out now. Go get that, baby.
Period.
It's VEDO, baby. Yeah.
You give me a reason, truly something different. I can't wait to risk it, all in my feelings. Cause every time we kissing, I get sudden visions. You've been on my wish list. And I got a confession, I think you should know. I haven't felt this way before.